Hello there. Left-wing educational conditioning is obviously failing, so the government is doubling down on it in our schools and universities. The Labour government is dropping Tory plans to force universities to allow proper free speech, and is going to instruct teachers to ram the concept of white privilege down the throats of our offspring. And people wonder why there are reports of so many young people with mental health problems these days. The people that train our teachers will now be told to ensure that our future teachers are anti-racist, that they must disrupt the centrality of whiteness in a still majority white country. And this, says the Telegraph, includes questioning the concepts of meritocracy, objectivity and individualism. All concepts, it seems, that are derived from whiteness. And as far as I can see, they are going to attack those concepts by basically attacking white skin itself and the brains that inhabit that skin. I mean, how can they achieve what they want to achieve in any other way? The whole point of real anti-racism, in its truest form, is to actually treat everyone equally in a colour-blind way. But from what I've seen of these atrocious plans and government actions so far, it leads me to believe that the establishment's view of anti-racism is a tool to dismantle our whole society because it was created by white people. A society that was built around Christianity and the people who've lived here for many generations, over the centuries, when 99.whatever% of them were white. A society made strong and prosperous by the very things these modern educators want to abolish. Concepts like the aforementioned meritocracy, objectivity, individualism, and Christianity. And look where it's taking us. Just look around you. Is anything improving? Anything at all? And this society is now so well formed after centuries of fine-tuning, or should I say, was so well formed, that in recent years people have flocked here by the million to enjoy the fruits of those past labours. And at the same time they tried to convert this country into something that they left behind them as inferior. And our woke political masters have gleefully set about the task of making that so. To the point we are now to be measured by the colour of our skin, and whiteness will be the one that always falls short in the eyes of the woke. Whiteness is to be targeted and labelled as evil at every turn. Anything associated with whiteness is to be purged, including, in time one assumes, the very people who inhabit those white skins. And the only white achievement that will be allowed to flourish will be the white achievement of destroying itself. We have also been successfully conditioned to believe that we are due no thanks for giving people a new lease of life here, but are to continue to apologise to and thank those people who want to come and make a better life for themselves here. That seems extremely backwards to me. I fear for the sanity of our young white offspring as they are bombarded with, in my opinion, pseudoscience designed specifically to do them psychological harm. Yes, specifically designed to do them psychological harm in order to condition and groom them into compliance with a new UK that is not designed for the majority nor wanted by them, and hold them back from achievement into the bargain. And over the years this has borne fruit for the woke. White male achievement within the educational system has been crushed. Now I cannot interpret this wickedness in any other way. Where white kids are concerned, there appears to be a massive establishment misopedia at work. Yes, misopedia. Look it up and add it to the list of isms and phobias you haven't heard of before. And these new educational conditioning policies will be strengthening every woke thing we've seen emanating from our so-called educational facilities. Woke and anti-whiteness is the new and dangerous state religion. And just like in any other despotic countries, the state religion is being forced upon the people, upon an unwilling majority. But our woke masters have no problem with overriding the wishes of the majority of the people. They have learned how to mobilise the nudge units to ensure people are kept in fear of being branded racists or any other ism or phobia that can be employed to control the people. They've also learned how to deploy the police and the courts so as to stifle dissent. But the one big hole they still need to plug is social media, especially Elon Musk and X. And it looks like Mark Zuckerberg of Meta and Facebook has had a bit of a Damascene moment himself, because he's just come out and said towing the establishment COVID pandemic line was wrong, that he should not have complied, and that he would probably not do so next time, if there is a next time. Our Western establishments, all working in woke lockstep, will not want to hear this. It will leave them seething, especially as Musk is quite open about the way our political masters tried to shackle his platform and force it to put out state propaganda. And that is why in the UK, Ofcom, the communications watchdog, has been empowered to take over the regulation of the internet in the UK, to ensure that nothing that the state deems to be dis or malinformation sees the light of day on social media, that social media is ordered to pay swingeing fines whenever any posting our political masters don't like gets through the fine mesh censorship net. And it looks like Ofcom will be getting extra emergency powers to squash inconvenient truths when some or other new event occurs. And remember that our Prime Minister said today that we not only have a financial black hole, we also have a societal black hole too. A societal black hole where dissenting from the government worldview could lead to unrest, so must be shut down. A societal black hole that is assumed to improve due to the events at the Notting Hill Carnival, for example, but is worsened by pro-UK rallies. And have you noticed that whenever there is a counter-protest to those who like the UK as it is, only one side waves the Union flag? Now, this new guidance to stamp out whiteness in schools is meant to maintain a diverse educator workforce. I would argue that a workforce in such a core role cannot be diverse if over 80% of its frontline teaching workforce is female. But that is judged as diverse where the wokery world of witchcraft is involved. It's all baked in.